Welcome. Today I will walk you through Jira Plans that's available in our Cloud Premium version and in our Enterprise version. This feature helps teams manage cross-project planning, team capacity, and long-term forecasting in an agile environment. It's built for visibility and alignment across multiple teams and initiatives. In Cloud, we can create plans with different kind of sources, such as boards, projects, filters. We can select a Scrum or a Kanban board and bring that information to our plan. These sources can pull in real-time issues from any number of projects or boards, and this keeps your plan up to date all the time. This is the core view that our plan offers. On the left, you will see the issue hierarchy that we are seeing here. We have epics and some stories beneath them, and on the right, we are able to see our timeline. Here we will see our different tasks, and each one of them in this case has some dependencies one to the other, and we'll also see the epic information. Using our different views here, we can see the information based on dependencies. So for example, here we are seeing that some tasks are dependent one to the other. We can see this as a timeline also, so we'll see the lines that show how many issues we have dependent one to the other. If there is a run dependency, for example, this issue is starting before the LOBB3 issue finished, so we can move it around and fix those kind of issues. So we have this visual help to help us plan better or sprints and or work. Also, we have a capacity view. In this capacity view, we are seeing the information of our different teams. So we can assign issues to our teams, and we'll see its information here, its dependencies. Also, we can see the capacity level of each team that's been set up before, so I will show you that in a moment. But here we're seeing that for each sprint, in this case the backend team has available 12.5 days, and we are using only 8. So how does the system know how many days we have allocated? We can go to our teams, and here we can set that up. So we can put the capacity in hours per week, and we can set up the sprint length for each team. In this way, our system will know like how many days we can plan per each sprint. So if we go back to the timeline, we'll see that information here. For example, the testing team, it's exceeding the days allocated. So we're using 12 days out of 11 days that they have available, and that's shown here on red. So these visual effects that we're seeing here is helping us plan a lot better. We can move our tasks to a next sprint, and that will change. Also, we can see the information based on our epics. So for example, we'll see here our tasks or different epics and their subtasks or stories, and we'll see their information. We can create new views. So for example, we can create a new view. Let's say that it's based on the active need. So in this view, we'll see our information, and we can change this around, and we can group by our active needs, and we'll see the same information. So here we'll see how many epics are assigned to Alex and the stories that he's working on. Same thing for Luis. We'll see the epics that he's working on and the stories beneath them. So it's a great tool that will help us plan and visualizing our assignees or teams, the capacity of our teams, how the timeline looks like, etc. Also, we can check the dependencies here. This is a new view. So for example, we can group by our epics, and we'll see, for example, our first epic has 1, 2, 3, 4 tasks, and those tasks have dependencies one to the other. So it will show the dependencies here. Also, we have one dependency from one epic to the other, it will be shown here too. This is a neat view, and it will show us like which tasks should be done first, and then we can proceed with the next one and all of that. Or we can see it by sprints. So for example, all this information will be worked on on the first sprint. But the main view of our plan is this one, the top level view. Here we can see our timeline, and also we can see some fields from our issues, from our epics and from our stories. We can put some estimates to the stories. Also, this will roll up to the time needed to complete the epic. So for example, if we change here 5 and we change this to 8, it will roll up the information updated for the epic automatically. Also, if we don't have set up the start and due date, it will roll up automatically the earliest start date to the epic, to the start date, and also the latest due date of the stories will be taken as the due date for the epic. We can collapse this information and see only our timeline. We can move our timeline around our epics, and it will move the information of our stories too, and it will rearrange the dates of it. So for example, here, if we go back, we can move everything to, let's say, to start the 12th. And if we go back to our fields, we'll see that our epic will start the 12th. The first task will start the 12th, and we have some warnings here. So it's saying that the children issues may have some warnings, and if we go to our children issues, we see that the start and end date of the issue fell outside of the assigned sprint. So we may need to change the sprint of our tasks. So let's go back and put it how it was before, and this should be fine. Well, thanks for watching. I will show you more features of our planning tool in next videos.